The Alabama State Hornets are SWAC champions once again. That is now 6 in a row. Joseph Cooler has coached his team for 7 seasons, and he has now won 6 SWAC titles. What a run. Almost looking like Eddie Robinson. Rest in peace, Eddie Robinson. So there goes the trophy right there, but this is not the final goal. The final goal is to get back to the national championship. Hopefully, we'll get our chance to play the Nebraska Cornhuskers and redeem ourselves from what happened last year versus LSU. So the first thing we're going to do is see the players of the week. So you see Ryan Thompson wins National Player of the Week after his performance versus Texas Southern. And then you got Joe McComa, who had a great game. 7 tackles and a forced fumble. He had an excellent game versus the Tigers of Texas Southern. So now the awards are in. For the second straight year in a row, we have a left tackle that wins the trophy of Offensive Lineman of the Year. Last year, it was Brandon Ross. This year, it is Kendrick Billings. And he has been an absolute house all season long. There he goes right there on the left side, number 72. On the season, he leads the nation in pancakes, and he's only allowed 3 sacks. The left side of the offensive line has been our biggest asset as far as rushing yards and definitely on pass protection. And Kendrick Billings is continuing to add on to the tradition. Now we need a complete offensive line. Mainly, I want to improve on the right side, mainly the right tackle position. Now, for the 3rd straight year in a row, I'm proud to say we have another Biletnikoff Award winner. Now, I've been pronouncing his hometown wrong. I keep saying Mesquite, Texas, but it's really Mansfield, Texas. Ryan Thompson, the number 1 jersey. We gave him that number for a reason. He will be taking home the Biletnikoff Award as a true junior. He leads the nation in receptions. I think he leads the nation in receptions. He's at least top 3. But he leads the nation in receiving yards, and he leads the nation in receiving touchdowns. He has 1,873 yards receiving. That is now a new school record. He is now past Don Robbie Smith, who's just set the standard last year. He now has 19 touchdown receptions. He's 1 away from tying Don Robbie Smith, and he's 2 away from passing him for the school record. An absolutely amazing season for Ryan Thompson has been, man. Still remember when we first got him. I believe we got him during the season. A former 4-star recruit who was looking to make a name for himself, and he's definitely done that. But now that we got the awards out the way, I have some terrible news for you cats. Yeah, we're not going to the national championship game. That's right, we're not going. Last year we got destroyed in the desert, and we're going back to the desert. We're going back to the Fiesta Bowl, and we're taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now look at that. You see that we're still ranked number 2 in the country. You would not believe who they picked over us to play Nebraska for that national title game in New Orleans. An absolute disaster. Just robbed. But now we go to 1 week later. We got 2 cats going to New York City. One of them is our quarterback, Trey Tyler. The other one is our wide receiver, our Biletnikoff Award winner, Ryan Thompson, the number 1 jersey. They're in Times Square, hoping to hear their name be announced for the next Heisman Trophy winner. Let's see who gets it.
Thank you all for being here. Tonight, we'll find out who wins the most prestigious award in college football, the Heisman Trophy. It's an honor to present this award, which goes to the best college football player in the country. This young man will become a part of NCAA football history. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Heisman Trophy. Congratulations, young man. You've earned it.
He won it by a landslide. Look at that. Almost 2,000 total votes. Look at that. 456 first place votes. Poor Trey Tyler. He finished in 4th place. He came up short yet again. Dang, man. But congrats to Ryan Thompson. Unbelievable season. You couldn't argue that he wasn't going to win the Heisman. Ryan Thompson, of course, is named first team All-American. And then, of course, we have Kendrick Billings. But we also got Sean Nugent as a first team All-American, our starting left tackle. Those are the only 3 players we had on the first team. We did add, I believe it was 1 player on the second team, and that was a defensive player. I'm pretty sure you know who that is right now. Oh, how could I forget? Trey Tyler was named second team All-American. But after that, we have 1 more player, and he doesn't come to the defensive side of the ball. Of course, I'm talking about our strong safety. In my opinion, the best strong safety in the country, Blake Clayton. He had an absolutely monster of a season. Should have had some more interceptions. And he was absolutely crazy for us throughout his tenure at Alabama State. Look at that. 4 picks, 2 forced fumbles, a pick 6, 28 tackles, 2 for loss. He was excellent for us during his tenure. But now we go to the first team All-SWAC. You see Trey Tyler. You see Donnie Monker. In his first year as a starter, Donnie Monker becomes a first team All-SWAC player. And there goes, of course, Ryan Thompson. Akeem Russell had a great season. You got David Bush. There goes Kendrick Billings. There goes Sean Nugent. There goes Mike Denman. The entire left side of our offensive line was named first team All-SWAC. We go down here to the defensive side, and this is a robbery in my opinion. Leon Hill should have been named as a first team All-American. He was absolutely crazy for us this season, especially down the hill of the stretch. Brandon Anderson, you got Josh Jones, who's been named as a first team All-SWAC player. Of course, Blake Clayton. These Hornets, especially on the defensive side of the ball, were absolutely balling this season. Sheldon Green, the man, the red shirt freshman, all the way from California, is named as second team All-SWAC. I have some big expectations for Sheldon Green coming next season, man. Even the season after that. Zach Richardson, that's no surprise. Henry Ortiz was actually a surprise to me. 19 receptions, just over 200 yards receiving, and then, of course, 4 touchdowns. Josh Reese, our starting right guard, made it. So we're making some noise. Look at that. Another freshman making second team All-SWAC. Ryan Bates, with his season debut as an Alabama State Hornet, he balled out, man, especially in that last game. Avery Vincent, the man who's looking to be our best corner next season. Look at Wendell Davis. He also made the list. And our kicker, Brad Ziegler, made it. So I'm surprised by that one. So as we look at the first team, we'll take that back. Second team All-MEAC. No surprise, James Tate made it. The only surprise is he's second team and not first team. But South Carolina State is most likely going to be in the bowl game, replacing Norfolk State. Because Norfolk State does not have a winning record. South Carolina State was the only team in the MEAC this season that had a winning record at 8-3. Despite the fact they finished in 4th place in the MEAC. So most likely they're going to the New Orleans Bowl, So with that being said, man, we got some high expectations, higher than ever before for Alabama State football. I'm hoping in the near future that we can go to another conference, hopefully, so that we can compete with the bigger dogs. The big boys, like the SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-10, whatever. We can compete with anybody in the country right now, man. And we're just going to get better from here. But right now, we got to focus on getting ready for those South Carolina Gamecocks. We should be in the national championship game, though. So here is your national championship game. The Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans. It's going to be the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, the Fighting Tim Duncans. The team that won the ACC, taking on the Big 12 champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That should be an interesting one, but I think a better game would have been us playing Nebraska. What do you think? Thank you for watching. Peace. The bowl season starts next video.